I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through.
Hi guys, this is Raju Rahman from Techtonic. In today's video I'll be taking a look at yet another multi-purpose pixel art display from Divoom, but this one's slightly different in a much better way. All the ones I've reviewed so far had about 256 LEDs, but this one, the Pixoo-Max, has 1024 LEDs. I mean, what's next, Divoom? A 4K TV? Anyways, if you're interested, keep watching. So the box it comes packaged in looks very good. It certainly looks like there's something high quality inside. The small box in the bottom contains a braided 1.5 meter USB-A to USB-C cable for charging the Pixoo-Max's 5000 mAh battery. You also get a fairly big instruction manual, some stickers. My 4-year-old loves stickers, so these will go straight to her. I'm sure she'll have fun sticking them all over the house. Finally, you have the Pixoo-Max itself, but more on that in a bit. Divoom also sent me their car mount accessories, which includes 2 suction cups for mounting the Pixoo-Max to your car's rear windshield. More on why you might want to do that later on in this review. You also have a car cigarette USB charger with 2 USB-A ports, and if the 1.5 meter USB-A to USB-C cable included in the main box wasn't long enough, they've also included a 3.5 meter car cigarette extension cable, giving you a total of 5 meters. Now, going back to the Pixoo-Max, on the front it's got a pretty big display containing 1024 RGB LEDs. If you compare it to their other devices, that's a lot more, LEDs. Of course, it'll give you a clearer image, but the number is still low enough to not diminish that pixel art look. It's all powered by a 5000 milliamp hour rechargeable battery, all housed inside a body that's 172.8 by 172.8 by 19 millimeters. Now, that 5000 milliamp hour battery should give you anything between 6 to 10 hours of running time, depending on things like the brightness and whether or not you're running an animated pixel art instead of, let's say, just a still image. The device itself feels premium in the hand, even though it's mainly made from plastic. The bezel around the display is relatively slim, so the display looks even better. On the top right edge you have a power button, and just below that a microphone port, which is purely for the use of a music visualizer function. Around the back of the device there are plenty of vent holes all over the place for good airflow. Around the top here you have a cutout for hanging the display to the wall. If you rather not do that, there's a little hole here on the bottom left for the stand if you want to keep it upright on your desk or a shelf. To the right of that, on the middle bottom, you have the USB-C charging port. Plugging the cable in and charging the device will light up the LED next to it, so you know it's actually charging. On the top and bottom you have screw threads for attaching either both or one of the suction cups. In terms of connectivity, the Pixoo-Max features Bluetooth 5.0, and with that said, setting up the Pixoo-Max is very easy. Just download the Divoom app, you can search for it on your respective app store or just scan the QR code on the box itself. Once you've done that, just make sure the device is powered on. Then on the Divoom app, go to the settings, then device, it should connect automatically, and that's it, you're ready to send pixel art animation to the device. So as you can see, using the app, you can browse through what seems like an endless number of pictures and animation. Tapping on one of these pushes it straight to the Pixoo-Max. As with all Divoom devices, there are a huge number of features, although bear in mind that this isn't a Bluetooth speaker like the Divoom D2, so you won't be able to play music through it. To avoid making this video super long and having to put an intermission in the middle, I'm only going to go through some of the more notable features. If the massive online gallery of pixel art doesn't suit your needs, you can design one yourself. My drawing skills here are somewhat lackluster, but I'm sure you get the idea. You can create your own animation by designing up to 60 individual frames or importing existing GIFs. You can also create animated text and design various aspects of that scrolling text. As an example, this could be useful to a business owner who wants to advertise an offer on their cafe window, but obviously it's not just limited to that, so you'll need to use your imagination here. As with every Divoom product I've reviewed, you can also play games on this, using your phone as a makeshift virtual controller. There are plenty of mini games to choose from here. To mention a few, games like Tetris, Snakes and Flappy Birds will be instantly recognizable to most people. There's 3 different ways of displaying the Pixoo-Max, so as you've already seen, you can leave it on a desk or a flat surface. You can hang it on a wall like a digital photo frame, but it's the third option which separates the Divoom Pixoo-Max from everything else. It's being able to use it inside your car. Once you plugged it into your car and mounted it on your windscreen, you can give the driver behind you just let you in the lane a thumbs up, or ask that, tailgater to back off. Now, you might be thinking it can't be safe doing that while you're driving, right? Well, Divoom has thought about that. The Pixoo-Max allows you to use voice commands to show specific images. Unfortunately, it's not something I can demonstrate on this review as it only works with Siri. The option isn't currently available in the Android app. I assume it will be at some point, but Divoom hasn't given me any information regarding that. There's also a nifty car mode option you can enable. If enabled, the Pixoo-Max will automatically turn on when the car's ignition is on and power off when the ignition's off. So you don't have to climb in and out to power it on and off. Of course, in order for this to work, you need to make sure it's plugged into your car's cigarette lighter outlet. As good as the idea of using it in the car seems to be, there are 2 major obstacles. The first being the inability to see the display clearly during the day in bright conditions. Even with the display set to its brightest settings, it's somewhat challenging to see. The reflective display doesn't help negate that either. Finally, the biggest obstacle would be the laws regarding lights on cars in your location. These tend to be very strict but vary in different countries or state to state. In the UK specifically, the Road Vehicles Lighting Regulations 1989 makes it an offence to fit any colour light that is visible from the rear of the vehicle, with the exception of red tail lights, amber indicator lights, white reversing lights and lights to illuminate your number plate. So you can see how using the Divoom Pixoo-Max on your rear windscreen might be an issue. Just make sure you check what the laws are for your country and obviously don't do anything that is illegal or unsafe. So overall, as with all Divoom products, we once again have something really cool from their labs. The Divoom Pixoo-Max has more LEDs than before, so images are clearer. Plenty of use cases for this device, but if you do decide to use it on your car, it'll definitely capture attention. Whether or not that's a good thing or bad thing will depend on whose attention you capture. So whilst I was testing it on my car, mind you, I did the testing while the car was parked and stationary, safety first, right? I did get a few questions from curious passers-by and they all seemed to like it. I just wish the LEDs were more visible during the day. Other than that, I definitely recommend the Pixoo-Max, especially if you want a fun device that can be used for all sorts of different purposes. If you're interested, I've placed a link to the Kickstarter project in the description below. This has been Raju Rahman from Techtonic. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you, please subscribe and like. That would really help me out. And don't forget to check out these other videos too.